Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of the Now Nation Recap. I'm John Orlando. I'm joined by Michael Pagano. And Michael, we have what might be one of the biggest rivalries in NOW on today's recap.
Yeah, absolutely, John, as it is Sweet Dreams Sless Taylor taking on the natural Ethan Wright. And John, they began a best-of-5 series back at Now 8. And Sless, although he was a little bit under the weather that night, was able to pick up the victory over Ethan Wright. So he's up 1-0 going in to this match at Now 9. Now, that match at Now 8 was a fantastic match and something we almost surely would have taken a look at had it not been for the championship match at Now 8. But tonight we are going to look at the one from Now 9. And, John, it was a very exciting match and one I am very excited to look at again.
Yeah, and you know what? That was kind of the little bit of the backstage info that you gave away there. That night, Sless Taylor was dealing with a migraine. He wasn't feeling 100%, but he still went in the ring and he gave it everything he had. And I think many people would be surprised to even know that he was under the weather because he performed so darn well. And that's what we appreciate here in NOW about Sless Taylor and his intestinal fortitude. And, you know, take nothing away from Ethan Wright. He's a man that wants to make it to the top in the world of professional wrestling, and he'll do it by hook or by crook. So this match is certainly going to be a great one. So let's get right up to the ring and check it out.
All right, Matt Mason, we are kicking things off here at NOW 9 with Ethan Wright, and he's going to be taking on Sweet Dreams Sless Taylor. These two are involved in a best-of-5 series. And, you know, Ethan Wright is a man that's going through a metamorphosis, so to speak, with his career.
He absolutely is. He's got it written all over his face right now. You can see it.
I mean, he said to me in the back that he is tired of all the games. He's tired of all the sportsmanship. He just wants to win and move on up here in the world of professional wrestling. And he's got stiff competition in Sweet Dreams here to kick off NOW 9.
He absolutely does. What he said to me was it's just going to be more straightforward. It's all about the wrestling right now.
Well, he's going to take a page out of his trainer Harley Race's book, and he's just going to be straightforward, smash mouth type of wrestling, and this is going to be a unique matchup.
He also mentioned that he hates, and I do mean hates, high flyers. He's about to meet one of the best around right here.
A fan favorite here in New Ohio wrestling, Sweet Dreams Sless Taylor, is a guy that has been lighting it up wherever he is at in the state of Ohio, or in the Midwest for that matter. This kid can go, and Matt, you've said it many, many times before, it's kind of surprising that he is still here in NOW with all due respect to New Ohio wrestling because he's a blue chip prospect.
He absolutely is. I mean, we will enjoy watching him fly around the ring as long as we possibly can, but I'm telling you, this guy has all the makings for a worldwide star.
Ethan Wright has recently come off with some high-profile victories over some WWE legends. I don't know if we can mention their names or not because of copyright issues, but he has been victorious over several individuals here that, quite frankly, are household names. And so we'll see if that momentum continues here against Sless Taylor.
Mind games, you think, with the flip? Celeste does that all the time, but you could just see it on Ethan's head and his face. He is just angry already, and they haven't even touched each other yet.
All right. Well, Matt, let me ask you this. When you got into the ring, when you got in the squared circle and you were taking on somebody that was different in the style in which you like to wrestle, what was your game plan?
My game plan was probably what Ethan's going to do, and that's just keep it basic. You know, try to slow the pace and try to keep the pace in your corner to allow yourself to dictate it. Because I'm telling you, if Celeste is dictating the pace, Ethan's in trouble.
All right, there's the bell. We're getting our first match underway here at New Ohio Wrestling 9. We're here at the Kickmaster Foot Golf Complex in Grove City, Ohio. Thank you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. And wait a minute, are we going to get a handshake from Ethan Wright?
Well, you bring me in to be an expert, and I'm going to say I doubt it, and I was right.
Ethan Wright playing a little bit of the mind games with Sless Taylor, but Celeste has been doing this long enough, Matt. He's not going to fall for something as simple as that. Collar and elbow tie.
Well, he kind of just did.
Well, touche. Both men trying to grapple for position. Up against the ropes. Ethan Wright with the temporary advantage, and now referee says let's break it. And we get a clean break, man.
Obviously, Wright's going to have the advantage with the power and strength, but do not count Sless Taylor out. He's not known for that. He is deceptively strong. We see just in his ability to recover.
Oh, we've seen matches, yeah. We've seen matches where we thought Sless Taylor would be permanently injured.
Absolutely.
And he came back to win them. Side headlock now from Wright. Go behind. Double leg sweep. Ethan Wright off the far ropes here. Shoulder tackle. Down goes Taylor. Oh, wait. Look at that. Quick roll up. 1, 2. That's about all that she gets for that. Deep arm drag from Celeste Taylor. Another deep arm drag. Side headlock from Sless and snaps him right over. Head scissors reversal, and both men up to a vertical base. And how about that, Matt?
You know, he talked about wanting to be talked about wanting to be straightforward in the grappling, and he is obviously keeping up with Sless. And this is what I was talking about, slowing that pace down, making it more of his game.
Series of forearms from Ethan, and then smashes Sless right into the top turnbuckle. Whips him off the ropes. Reversal now. Taylor, beautiful drop kick. With all due respect to you, you had one phenomenal drop kick. But that is a darn pretty one.
It was never that good. Sless is amazing. His vertical leap, I'd like to get that measured. I wonder what his vertical leap actually is. He's just an elite athlete on every level.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. What is this? Acai moonsault, maybe. Look out! That gentleman in the front row almost got a chance to take Sless Taylor home with him. Wow, what a moonsault!
And we're just getting started, guys. This is the first match of, once again, an evening where matches are just going to get better and better and better and better.
Ethan Wright tossed back into the ring. I think maybe Ethan Wright may have dislocated a shoulder on the way down when Taylor did that moonsault to the floor.
I'll be honest, I was more concerned with that gentleman in the front row, and I didn't see that. But
I hope he signed a waiver.
Is it his right or is it left that he's favoring?
I believe it's his left shoulder. We'll keep an eye on it. Reversal now, pick up, maybe reverse atomic drop. No, a hot shot. And
got his arm caught in there.
Oh, this is a very serious situation. He can break a wrist. And a drop kick to the side of the head from Ethan Wright.
He did not wait, did he?
No, he did not. Now Ethan Wright's getting a chance to kind of take a breather for a moment, come out to the floor, maybe inflict more damage on Celeste Taylor.
Well, what he's going to do and what he needs to do is continue to keep Celeste grounded. Slow him down.
And he's got to stay on top of him. Wright coming back into the ring.
Yes, and it's got to be constant. Celeste is just in phenomenal condition.
He's a man that wanted to compete at the Arnold this past year in the amateur division. Did not, but certainly could have won it. Off the ropes. What a clothesline. That might be it. 1, 2. Shades of Stan the Lariat Hansen. He just decapitated him.
Absolutely. Took his head right off. I don't know how he kicked out of that.
Matt, that's got to ring your bell when you get hit with a clothesline like that.
Oh, yeah, this Wright guy, he's so powerful that he takes what may seem like a standard move, like a clothesline, and can actually turn it into a finishing move. A la Hansen, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Now Ethan Wright antagonizing the fans here in Grove City, Ohio. We have a packed house again, Matt Mason. Everybody enjoying NOW here.
Absolutely. And it's hot in here.
It is a little warm.
I mean, it's hot in here, but these people don't care.
They don't, and the action's going to certainly get hot in that ring, as you see. Here comes Sless Taylor trying to make a comeback. Big elbow from Ethan Wright knocks him right back down to the canvas. Wright going to the second rope, maybe? Maybe not. Coming out with a big elbow drop.
That would have surprised me, actually. You know,
1, 2. Sorry to cut you off,
no,
Matt.
You're fine. Sorry to interrupt you, but for his hatred for high flying, that would have really surprised me if he'd gone to the second rope. Although he is capable of doing so, I can definitely tell you that much.
Isn't this that old adage, do as I say, not as I do?
Yeah.
And now a chin lock applied by Ethan Wright. And this is a great, great maneuver for Ethan Wright. Well, now, ref, get him off the eyes and the nose. I was saying, though, the chin lock, from what you've told me, Matt, great way to rest while you inflict a lot of damage to your opponent.
Yeah, you're resting and you're catching your breath. Meanwhile, they're struggling to breathe themselves. So it's an absolutely good thing to do, to just kind of regroup, like you said, and decide what is your strategy going forward. Because you may have come in with a great strategy, but everybody has a good plan until you get hit in the mouth.
Big kick down, to the chest of Ethan Wright. And now a big right hand from Sless Taylor. Sless whips him up, reversal. Up and over, and maybe spine buster, maybe. I think that's what Wright was going for, but instead it's let's flip. 1, 2.
Well scouted.
What an amazing reversal. Drop kick again from Celeste Taylor. Celeste is getting the fans behind him. Another drop kick in a row.
Well, if it's still working, why change? I mean,
Celeste Taylor now back on his man, Ethan Wright. Whips him off the far corner. Or far rope, excuse me. Tried to go for, like a crossface. Crossface maneuver right dead center in the ring.
I have to admit, I've not seen that.
I thought for a minute it was going to be a hip toss, and then he just quickly and succinctly wrapped him up into this crossface maneuver.
This is new. This is something out of Celeste's playbook that we haven't seen in.
Well, as the old adage goes, there's one easy way out of any hold, and that's to put your fingers right in their eyes. That's exactly what Ethan Wright just did.
I think that was his only way out, because I was actually going to mention that Celeste had his arm straight out on the mat, completely held down by his foot, and you see a lot of guys don't do that.
Big snap suplex from Wright. Ethan Wright back in control. This match has been back and forth, cover it. 1, 2, and that's it. Ethan Wright's got to be a little bit frustrated that he's put on some amazing wrestling here tonight, but can't seem to put away Sless Taylor.
He looks bigger too, John. I don't know about you, but he looks like he put on some size, and it's good size.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think we have here that Ethan Wright weighed in about 225 here this evening.
Is that all?
Irish whip.
He actually looks
right
bigger, so good for him.
Upside down goes Sless Taylor. Celeste falls out of the ring onto the floor here at Kickmaster Golf Facility, Foot Golf Facility. And Ethan Wright is very proud of his handiwork there. That was a very ugly last few moments there for Celeste Taylor. He bounced off the turnbuckles, came back into the ring, and then fell out of the ring.
Could get uglier right here.
Yeah, it could. Ethan Wright bangs his head right off the side of the ring. And a back rake. That's just insult to injury, Matt.
Well, this guy is Harley race trained. I mean, Harley would be extremely proud of that right now.
Big forearm right to the small of the back, where Celeste may have fallen out onto the floor and injured that back, so that's a smart move. Target an area and keep on it. Celeste, throw him back in the ring, Matt.
Sorry about that, John. I feel like we say that every time we watch this work.
Big clubbing forearm smash right to the back again. And look at this, just torquing back on the small of the back of Sless Taylor. And you're right, we say it all the time that Sless Taylor, he looks like he might just be down for the count, and then somehow, some way, he manages to fight back, Matt.
He's one of the most resilient guys in the business right now. It's just, it's a pleasure to watch him every single show. He gets better, he gets stronger, he gets tougher.
I'm going to put you on the spot. This is a best-of-5 series. All right, right now I believe Sless Taylor, yes, Sless Taylor has a victory already. Who wins the best-of-5, Matt?
Celeste being healthy, I'll go with Celeste. That being said, I don't know if you can do that. If you can stay completely healthy, 5 matches with this guy, as you just saw that backbreaker. I mean, that is going to take a toll on him, and it's not like this is his only show. You know,
right, exactly.
He's working week in, week out.
Now here we go. The ironic nature of this is that the guy that hates high flyers took to the air. Maybe that's why he doesn't like them.
I was going to say, took the words right out of my mouth. Maybe that's why he doesn't like high flyers, because he can't do it very well.
Missed on that elbow drop from the second rope. Sless is trying to make his way to his feet, as is Ethan Wright.
Again, not at all a knock on him. It just, you know, if it's not broke, why fix it? His power game was working just fine right there.
The ref administering the count. We're up to 4. Could this be a double knockout? And if that would be the case, it would not be a winner. Celeste would still have a 1 victory advantage in the best-of-5, but now both men almost to their feet. Ethan Wright is to his feet, and there is Sless Taylor. Another drop kick from Celeste. And another one in a row. Celeste off the ropes, shoots Ethan Wright in. Samoan backdrop.
Beautiful.
And it looks like we talked about that resiliency. Here it is on display, folks. Handspring moonsault. Shooting star press, and that's got to be it. 1, 2, and no!
And I believe that is exactly why he hates high flyers.
The resiliency of Ethan Wright is on display now, Matt.
It is. It truly is. This guy's not going to just walk in here and lay down.
No.
He's got a serious chip on his shoulder. I think we're about to see that right now. The fact that was not able to be enough to put him away.
I mean, half the roster here on NOW, that'd be enough to be done. But wait, swing underneath, German suplex. Oh, release on that one from Ethan Wright. Both men are extremely tired, extremely exhausted. Oh
goodness.
My. Right in the face, the double knees. 1, 2, and well, excuse me. I thought that was going to be it.
That's pure instinct. He cannot possibly know where he's at. Did you see how flush that knee hit him? Right in the temple area, too. He could have an orbital issue. I don't know, but he hit him square.
I mean, that's 225 pounds moving at you with a lot of force.
Reckless intent as well.
Exactly. Now, Ethan Wright is going to capitalize on this. Grabs Sless Taylor, picks him up. No, reversal. Standing enziguri, dims the running lights of Ethan Wright. And now Taylor's trying to get to his feet. Wright is also trying to get back up to a vertical base. Here we go. Big clothesline in the corner from Sless. Big chop. Celeste mustering everything he's got left in the tank. Sets Ethan Wright up to the top rope.
Not where he likes to be.
Exactly. He does not like to high fly.
This is smart. Celeste is making this about his game.
And now clear to the top rope. Hurricane Rana maybe. Whoa!
It's got to be. Oh, back to that crossface. And he does have his arm completely extended and trapped.
The fans want Ethan Wright to tap. And is he? Maybe?
If he only realized how close his feet were, that's
right. Exactly. The ring awareness is not, and again, going right to the eyes.
No, he goes back to what he knows, and that is survival.
Well, the stakes are very high for these two gentlemen. They want to impress NOW management. Big kick right from right to the face. Excuse me. This is actually so fast and furious. I'm already getting tongue-tied. It's match 1.
I stutter every time this guy wrestles, especially Sless Taylor.
Here we go. Celeste going to the top rope.
Meaning Sless Taylor, I should say.
Celeste mounting the top rope for a big maneuver. Now, wait a minute. Ethan Wright shoved the official right into the ropes, causing Celeste to slip and fall and straddle that top rope. And now, Ethan Wright with a big, oh, wow. Implant DDT.
I hope that's not the end. I'd hate to see it end this way.
1, 2, 3,
Well, the good news is we're going to get to see these two hook up again. Also, something to keep our eyes on tonight as we saw Celeste go up there. As I mentioned, it is hot in here. And the perspiration, this ring is going to get slipperier and slipperier. That could be a story that develops throughout the evening.
That could be, Matt Mason. And again, a great match. Ethan Wright gets the victory. Maybe a little bit underhanded by pushing, of course, the referee into the ropes, causing the fall of Sless Taylor. But Celeste is coming back to fight another day. As you mentioned, best of 5 series. We get to see this again. What an opening contest here.
Absolutely. Win's a win, and this boys in the back have the work cut out of them to follow that one. And you know what? They're going to.
Exactly. Let's get some words from Ethan Wright here in the ring.
Wow.
Sless Taylor, Ethan Wright, best of 5, 1-1. Sless will win again.
Bold prediction from Ethan Wright.
And John, would you look at that? Ethan Wright able to tie this series up, but not without a little bit of shenanigans, pushing the ref up against the rope. Sless Taylor, who was on the top rope, trying to do one of those acrobatic moves we are so used to seeing from him. Sless falls down. Wright picks him up, hits him with a huge DDT, picks up the 1, 2, 3, and just like that, it is 1-1 in the series.
And I'm just going to say it. I'm going to go on record and say that with this rivalry, one of these gentlemen, whoever wins this series, is going to be catapulted to the top in professional wrestling. And that's why it's so important. Every single victory in NOW, and specifically every single victory here in this best of 5 between Ethan Wright and Sless Taylor. Folks, you got to catch these two wrestle next time, whenever that might be. We know we're on a little break thanks to COVID. But you know what? Michael, let me tell the fans where they can check out all of the information and get all the updates about New Ohio Wrestling. You can do that a couple different ways. First off, go to the website, www.newohiowrestling.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram under New Ohio Wrestling. And, of course, we're also on Twitter at New Ohio Wrestling, no G. And right there, you can get all the information for New Ohio Wrestling. And I tell you what, it's been a great match, Michael. I don't know about you, but I'm tired after watching those guys do battle. So let's get on out of here. And we'll chat at each and every one of you later.